And we are live. Can you guys hear me okay? And is the music too loud or is it okay? Just going to adjust a few elements on the screen a second while we wait for a few people to arrive. Hello everybody. Gonna do a few shout outs. Hi Mango Man, Zenith, Omega Prime, Red Knight. It's okay and the Red Knight is here. Awesome. So today we're going to continue with our Feraligatr kind of like transformer villain that we were working on last time. And just going to finish off rendering this and see what happens in the stream. So welcome to the Monday night stream, and we're just going to chill and do a bit of drawing and just hang out. That's cool, Zenith. Glad you can make it and watch what you can. Okay, thanks, Red. How's everybody finding their day, or how's everyone's day been? You give me 17 beans, I appreciate it. Now, your bean god's not going to be short on beans if you give me 17 of them, are they, Zenith? And for those of you who are new, welcome to the stream. Last time we took Feraligatr and we kind of decided to turn it into a transformer, well, a villain, and then it became a kind of like a transformer villain. So we've kind of designed this transformer Gen 1 style design for the character. I will be doing regular live streams every couple of weeks, every now and again, just to do something a bit different on the channel than a few other channels, but also just to get you guys involved as well. Part of the fun aspect I find of this is chatting with you guys via the live streams and just designing something or coming up with some kind of illustration together. Hey, that kind of artistic kid, how's it going? I'm hoping today things are going to go quite smoothly, and I'm quite interested in see what the energy usage is at the end of this. Pokemon in Subnautica. That would be quite cool. I have done Subnautica creatures as Transformers, and I do need to do a part 2 of that at some point. The drawing's good, that kind of artistic kid. It's not going too bad. I am a bit concerned about my energy usage at the moment for my electric though. It seems to be thinking it's needing a top of 400 odd pounds to make me last because it's got 0 days available. So I think someone's messed up on the calculation on that. Might have to do a phone call tomorrow, but I've got plenty on there for now. If you're new to the channel, let me know in the chat. If you're old or you're regular on the channel, also let me know in the chat. That's not a problem, Zenith. I know some people will be popping in and out on the stream when they get a chance to, so just feel free to do that as when you need. Red says, I have got one of my OC a Halloween theme. Nice. Which OC is it that you've got a Halloween theme? Being October, we will be doing some Halloween themed stuff on the channel, and if you're new, check out the Discord if you can, but also check out the last video, the community redraw. At the end of it, we've got the theme, which is design your own superhero or supervillain, and basically send it in with a bit of lure, and it can hopefully get into the community redraw that we've got at the end of the month, where I'll be doing something a bit fun with all the designs that people submit that have been selected. The cut-off date is the 21st of October, so that'll be quite good. It gives a bit more time. Usually I do it on a Monday, but I'm doing it on the end of the week. And yeah, if you want to take part and have a go, have some fun, details are in the description below how you can submit. And if you can, join the Discord, and yeah, be all good fun. Dr. Viruses, nice. Yu-Gi-Oh characters in Subnautica. That's not a bad idea, actually. I do want to do something with Yu-Gi-Oh characters, whether it's some of the monsters or it's the actual duelists. I was a big Yu-Gi-Oh player when I was in college, and I still have like 1,000+ cards of them. So I do want to do something at some point. Maybe I could do a Yu-Gi-Oh mashup or something at some point. That might be quite cool. And never apologise for your suggestions. Sometimes even the craziest idea can always come out to be some of the best results that people like. Hey Minecraft Transformers, welcome to the stream. On the topic of Discord, but this is a joke, would you play the instrument known as the Discordian? If I knew how to play one, I probably would, but I might leave that up to my moderators to show their skills and talents on the Discordian. Or basically just let them deal with it and laugh in the corner. Well, hopefully everyone's been having a good day. I don't know what time it is over where you guys are, but it's gone 10 o'clock over here in the UK. So it's a nice chilled late night stream with a bit of music, an awesome community, and some fun drawing. Which is kind of perfect, really. If you're new to the live stream or to the channel from the shout out that I had on Popcross last Friday, where we kind of cross-linked our community redraws, welcome, and feel free to ask questions in the chat. Whether it's about art or anything you've seen on the channel or just stuff in general. The only kind of criteria is keep it sort of like PG friendly, because the community, we've got people of all ages, but if there's a question I can answer, I will answer it. $10.07 for you, Red Knight. Yours is pretty much the same as mine then. And Minecraft, I'm assuming that's PM over where you are. Kind of like early evening. I do think for the next stream we're going to do something a little different. King Corn, no worries. Watch while you eat. You showed up, that's the main thing. You showed up to the stream, so welcome. As I was saying, the next live stream, possibly next week, not entirely sure it's going to be next Monday or not, depends what happens, is potentially going to be pre-picked by me. I'm going to put a couple options in the community, but I think we might finally get round to doing what a lot of people have asked for, and we might draw one of the narrators, which hopefully will be quite cool. We don't really have anyone drawn bar, well, Nexum really, in a kind of a makeshift mech armor from the Sharp vs Nexum, where he met Popcross's character Benny Sharp in a video, which was quite fun to do. But I do have to draw him without his kind of like suit of armour, just the actual character and what he looks like at some point. Is that yes, Minecraft Transformers to the time zone, or to the drawing a narrator? Or both? Because that could be quite fun. What to do here to have a little bit more? Tell you what. Move down the character a little bit, because if we do finish this, we might start another. I don't think there's much to do on this one in terms of finishing this off, so we might do something extra. I could draw the mod's avatar. Weird question, but do you have any game system like... I have an Xbox and a MacBook. The MacBook's not mine, it's for my 9-to-5 day job, but I can put games on it, which is quite cool. And I've got an Xbox which I play from time to time. But kind of depends on what people prefer. I used to be PlayStation originally with Final Fantasy 7, but over time I've kind of swapped to Xbox, and I find that's quite useful. Everything seems to go through there. Ravenhack, hey, I just wanted to drop in and say hi because I'm at rehearsal right now. I might join in later. That's cool, Ravenhack. Thanks for saying hi, and hope your rehearsal goes well. Oh, also, King Kong, if I have to say, I can kind of play any console. I don't have a favourite as such, which is useful. I just play whatever game's quite cool, and I'll play it on the console that I play it on. That being said, there are some games that I have played before. I don't know if any of you have known about it, but anybody know about sort of like the gaming glove for PlayStation they used to have? That kind of like slot on your arms, and you had the buttons there, and your wrist movement was like the up, down, left and right for the kind of like directions on the screen, so when you're battling you kind of like just moving your hand around like crazy. I used to have that when I was going back many years, like 15 years or so ago. I used to have that that for the PlayStation, and did a couple of games with that at the local youth club, it was called. It's kind of like just a place to hang out, and used to play Street Fighter with it, which was quite cool. But yeah, it was a bit of an interesting one because my controls got reversed, so I had to battle people with the controls inverted. Yeah, they were pretty much like ones with lights. They were good fun, but it took a while to get used to. They were a little bit... They were weird. I guess it's like almost like the closest thing to VR back then. Digimon and Demon Slayer. Yes, that's a pretty cool idea. I've got so many ideas lined up in that. I don't even have enough in October to enough time in the month to actually do them all. However, those of you that watch the community posts, and probably those that are new don't, well, the ones that are new don't know this, but part of the getting to the 2K special, well, getting to 2,000 subscribers, I'm going to do a special video this week at some point. It may be Friday, it may be before, depending what I can get done. But it's basically Grimlock versus Soundwave. I haven't decided if there's going to be a bit of a twist on it just yet, but it was promised, and I'm looking forward to doing that. It's going to look, it's going to have a lot more detail than this character does for the Feraligatr as a Pokemon. I don't think we finalised the name last time on this one. Or did we? Anybody in the chat remember? Did we finalise a name for this character, or was it just a combination of two and we weren't sure? In fact, I think we did. Just give me a second. I'm trying to... That's it. Feraligatr Prime is the name of the character we've done. He's this one in the top corner here that's kind of like bouncing up and down as I click on it. So that's quite cool. But yeah, gonna have a lot of fun doing that. I did put a poll out for Soundwave or Grimlock. Which one's sort of like your favourite? Omega Prime. Cool. I have to say I've watched Popcross for quite a while, quite a few years now. He inspired me to do the lore over my artwork, and we've kind of got similar styles in that. I think a lot of the community have come from Popcross's channel, so it's nice that we're all like-minded, and the channels are similar, which is quite good and quite fun. And yeah, welcome to my channel. I have to say, Popcross is an amazing artist though, and I am super thankful for when he does do the odd shout out. I think I've had 2, maybe 3 in total, possibly. Some of it's just been where we've had a mini collab. I say mini collab. He did some lines kindly in one of the videos. He spotted on my community tab that people wanted one of his characters to meet one of mine, so as a little extra surprise he kindly did the voice of his characters, Benny, Sharp and Charlie, in the Sharp vs Nexum video on my channel, which is absolutely, yeah, just mind-blowing. That was. Although I do feel that because he draws day in, day out, and I'm still doing a 9-to-5 job, his art's progressing massively, massively in detail. But it's all good fun. Have I ever thought of getting VR? You think I should? It's very fun. King Corn, I would potentially get VR, and if I could figure out a way to get VR at affordable price and record it one day, maybe I'll do a live stream of doing the actual designing or sculpting something in VR, which would be quite cool. You hope that you get picked for the redraw, Red Knight. Well, everyone's got a fair chance on the redraw. Those that are in the last redraw, it's slightly lower, just to be fair to everybody else. But yeah, we've got a few kind of like chances for everybody. So we'll see what happens. I don't actually pick more than 2 of them before the submissions close out of the 6 that I do, or 5 to 6. I usually have 2 picked out and through kind of like a method that I've got. So I've got an idea to start planning it all out, and then the rest of them is random pot luck of the draw. But I don't play favourites. There's no way to play favourites on them. But yeah, you love the Blades and Sorcery game. Cool. Leafian is awesome. Leafian is good. Anybody been watching I've been watching Pokemon Master Journeys with the Eevee that has Copycat. You can basically do the moves of every Pokemon, but it doesn't evolve. Well, I think it's Copycat. It's just really, really fun to watch that Eevee. I suppose the question is, who's your favourite Pokemon? People in the chat. I know, Red Knight, you're not really a Pokemon person and you like Digimon. So I'm happy for you to say, or anybody who doesn't like Pokemon to say which one they like out of it a bit more. Maybe it's a Digimon character, maybe it's something else. I might actually do a fusion mashup with some characters as well at some point. On VR, that'd be quite cool. Red Knight, I would say keep trying on that. I know you're submitting to Popcross's one, and lots of people do. I think the only difference between his and mine, he has hundreds of submissions for his redraws. I only have a handful in comparison, so it's slightly higher chances to get picked, but it's still quite difficult to do the choice. So as the channel grows, I am looking forward to the challenge of making everything more fairer for a lot of people and getting new designs in. But at the same time, when the channel does grow, I'm looking to do something similar with showing more of the submissions out there. I might actually start looking in the way of getting some of the I know he does this kind of like show reel. I want to do something similar but not the same. So if I get enough submissions that I can spread out between each of the selected ones, I will do that. I just don't want to be too identical to it at the same time. Kind of break it up a little bit, or I say break it up a little bit. I kind of want to vary it just a little bit, which is one of the reasons why I'm doing live streams and my thumbnails have changed lately. Even though our content's similar, I kind of like the idea of having something a little bit different. The narrator has subscribed to your channel. Well, if you are on the stream, thank you for doing that. If you're not and you watch the stream later, thank you again for subscribing. I think that's one of the other nice things about live streams, is that you can if you get one of these alerts, you can thank them personally, or you can interact with them to a degree, which is quite cool. I'm expecting my people watching this to dip in and out a little bit soon, because I know Popcross has released his video for today, which I kind of expect, because anyone coming from the community wanting to watch the video, feel free to dip in and out of this one to watch it and come back. I will watch it as soon as I finish. I will watch his video. I do like that, and it is nice when I get the odd comment from people on my videos too, which is always good fun. I know we have some dedicated people on the channel that support and watch everything as much as they can do, so I really do appreciate that, you guys. And to anybody new, if you like the content, smash a like on the stream and we can share it out a bit more. I can't actually see how many likes we've got or how many people are watching, but maybe a bit later on someone can drop that in just randomly. It'd be quite cool. Minecraft Transformers, Salamand. That's quite a cool design. Similar colour scheme to what we've got here as well. Zenith, as I said on that one community tab, Darkrai is your favourite Pokemon. Darkrai is an awesome Pokemon. I have to say, I do like Darkrai. My personal favourite, and I have mentioned it on probably the community tab as well, or in the comments, is Lucario. And that's more because I love martial arts, but I also love the design of Lucario, so it kind of ties in together, which is really cool. So I absolutely think Lucario is one of the best Pokemon designs and pretty much characters. I do like the backdrop of the original introduction to him. Pretty much the back in time version of Lucario, which was quite good. I can't remember what film or what one that was in, but that's quite cool. I have messaged you Dr. Virus Halloween theme. Awesome, Red Knight. I'll check that out a bit later. You'll be happy if you get picked one time. I have to say, I do try to at least get people in to the redraws, and at the moment I do make an effort based on some designs are just amazing and I have to pick them. I just can't help but do that. And usually there's at least one design submitted that just stands out from the crowd, and I'm like, yeah, I can have fun with this, I've got to do this. And then other times it's actually really challenging, because it doesn't matter your level of skill that you draw at when you submit, it's the whole package. So it's what looks interesting, what's got a good story, what's got a good concept, and just chucking that all together. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting the challenge more and more in the redraws. I have been given a suggestion for a, wow, that actually finished quicker than I thought. We'll start another one on the stream at some point, I expect. Might take another Pokemon or do some more of the background in a minute. After we sort some more details out. I did not expect the artwork to be done within like 20 minutes for the last few bits. I guess it is a simpler design. I suppose we could add a few extras into this at some point. Yeah, let's actually do that. Let's look to add a few extra bits. So he's a villain. Should we give him like a purple energon effect around that sort of like tail bit? Make it like it's an energon drill or something? What do you guys think? Should we start adding some like effects onto it, like maybe an energon drill or something to make it stand out a bit before we do the backdrop? Zenith says, so since you like martial arts, would you consider the fighting type is your favourite overall? Oh, not my favourite overall. The fighting type I do like, and I do like it, and Lucario wins more for the design and a few of the abilities based on martial arts, like the aura and the chi stuff and that. But my favourite Pokemon type overall. Oh, I don't really know. I think it's a cross between three of them: fighting, fire, and electric. I think they've all had some really cool designs, and I just like them, which is quite cool. King Cord, who's your go-to Mario Kart character? Yoshi. Ah, Baby Mario when I've been playing it. That kind of artistic kid knows, but Baby Mario, I just like playing that character. I just think it looks quite fun and kind of cute. Energon drills are fun, cool. What is his power? This Transformer guy, he's basically got the abilities of Feraligatr, just a Transformer and evil. Ooh, favourite type is a Dragon Mine Transformers. I do love dragons, they are quite good. Team Bug type forever. Yeah. But they can be quite creepy. Although I did love the way they freaked Misty out in the very first series of Pokemon. That was fun. I do like the character interactions. So we're going to go for a... I'm going to have to put a layer above on this one. We're going to go for a kind of purple energon glow. So we're going to... probably need to make this just... selected enough to be able to do what we want to do. It's going to look weird to start with, but it will make sense in a bit. Yeah. Just... if I can get the basis of this down right with the colours, so we can have a fair bit of fun with this in a minute. Make it a bit larger so you guys can see what I'm actually doing on this. I don't know why I'm kind of favouring the kind of like Instagram gradient lately. Just the purple, pink and orange effect. It kind of looks cool. Do we still have that kind of artistic kid in the chat? Yes or no? Just curious. Red... no. No, the redraw's not My Hero Academia theme. It's kind of like a superhero, supervillain theme. So it can be any superhero, supervillain. Combination of them. Try to make it a bit original or give it your own backdrop, and it can be based on existing superheroes, but if you're doing that, mash a couple together so it's a bit unique. That's all I'll say on that one, and I will be doing a twist to it at the end of the month, which will be quite cool. Favourite is steel, as I have more steel types in my favourites than dark, and even if a dark type is my absolute favourite Pokemon. Fair enough. Yes, you could say the grading is an instant success, then if just have to figure out how to get the effects going around in a full. Kind of the electric effect of Dark Energon. He's a villain, so he's going to have kind of like a evil effect, but I also want to. Right, let's just merge that down and get some extra layer for what I want to do. The one thing I have to bear in mind, in case anyone's wondering, is the layer count. Because of the storage on the iPad, Procreate only allows so many layers depending on your resolution and your file size, and I think my limit's 13 currently. But that's just the kind of like current limit on it for this iPad. I have a believe it or not, I've got like a 64 gigabyte 11-inch iPad, so it's kind of an older model, and at some point I would love to upgrade, but that's also permitting on the how things go. It's a luxury. While this one works and it does the job, all's good. The only pure benefit is I'll have a bit more real estate to just draw with and show a bit more on screen, really. My Hero Academia is as a demon. That would be quite cool. I have had them suggested as zombies before as well, which would be an interesting one. I am quite looking forward to having a bit of fun with the with all of the designs, really. Just taking some of the characters. I think if I'm going to do them as demons, I might take some of the non-obvious characters, ones that don't really look like demons, so we can have them stand out a little bit. And it'll be more fun. I might take 1 or 2 designs that are similar to demons in a way, but having more fun with the characters and designs is always a good thing. I mean, in the world of My Hero Academia. Oh, sorry, Red Knight. No, it's not going to be set in the world of My Hero Academia. There will be a few twists, but I know there have been some anime-style submissions, which look quite nice and quite cool to see. Welcome, Galahan19. Glad you can make it to the stream. How are you today? Minecraft, actually, it wasn't the cord, it wasn't the cable, but yes, we've had no more green screens of death, touch wood. Koi figured it out. It was a resolution issue between the iPad and the computer. It wasn't set high enough, and a bit of tweaking around a couple streams later, and we've got it nice and steady. Galahound19 says, if you ever do a fusion episode, what would you fuse with My Hero Academia? Ooh. 2 choices. Potentially, I would fuse a Guyver Bio Booster Armor series. The Guyvers and the Zonoids from that to My Hero Academia. They're kind of similar to some of the quirk transformations, but that would be quite cool because Guyver is the first ever anime/manga that I got interested in. But I think I would probably fuse My Hero Academia with something like what's it? There's a comic I read called Soulland, and they have like rings and abilities unlock as the rings happen, and they can be separate or unique. And Shrek Academy and all this lot, I would probably use that. It's another anime based, it's an anime-based manga that I read, and there's kind of like 4 different volumes for them throughout the story. You've got the original Soul Land, and the rest are set different time periods in the future from that one on. But they would be quite cool. I would say Dragon Ball, but after watching the Hero Rising film, they kind of covered that. Deku's hair goes blue, and Bakugo's goes like Super Saiyan, so we don't have to worry about it. That's cool, King Corn. How about, Galahound says, how about fusing My Hero Academia with Mortal Kombat? That would be wicked cool. Oh, that would be quite an interesting idea. You see, this is why the live streams are so much fun, because you guys can just chuck the ideas at me, and we can just see how it goes and go for it, really. Let's merge some of these down. Start working on a bit of a background now that we've put a little bit of an energon effect on them. And we can tidy things up a little bit after. So we'll zoom out a bit, so we've got more on screen. What settings should we have for them? I suppose we could have an abstract background, or we can actually do a background. Maybe it should be our first poll for the stream. Alright, I put a poll out so we can see what we can come up with for that one. Yeah, take that vidIQ and your crappy daily ideas. Yes, Minecraft Transformers. I use vidIQ, but only the free version. I'm sure you do as well, Summer. I've done it in the chat. But yeah, I find the free version is quite good, but you only get free or so many daily ideas. You definitely get 3 titles a month, which is a bit annoying because that would have been quite cool to get the rest of those. But yeah, the free tool does more than enough for what I need. At least while I'm at this size. Oh, that's a point. How many viewers do we have on the stream, and how many likes do we have? Ah, you use the boost version. Is that just for the couple of extra bits that you get, like the what's it you can get? I know they've got a competitive bit, but they've got another bits. Hey Benjamin, welcome to the stream. You could fuse a Xenomorph with Marvel's Lizard, the Predator with Kraven the Hunter. Oh, I like the idea of a Predator with Kraven. That would, what, the kind of Predators, but that'd be quite interesting. Dragon Ball Z characters as Transformers. Yes, that is actually on my list of videos to do at some point. But before that, I have one that I know Popcross isn't going to be doing. I want to do a Transformers as Demons or Transformers as Phobia style one, but not like the Beast style characters. These are going to be like, if they're demons, they're, you know, he did the Dinosaurs Demons and put a load of lure and stuff into it, which was really cool. Doing that, but with kind of like Transformers becoming demons, would be awesome in a video when I figure out the logistics of it. Cybertron is winning, but perhaps an Energon Lake of some sort added on for water aesthetic. That's not a bad idea. Fuse Bakugo with Scorpion, Todoroki with Sub-Zero, and All Might with Raiden. Possibly. 4 likes, 7 watching. That's cool. I know I haven't really done a kind of like we're live out everywhere, but live streams are kind of fun, and it will get out there eventually. What do you guys think of just put like a 1 in the chat, or 1 for yes, 2 for no, about taking the live streams, like the actual bit you can see where you've got the design aspect, you know, the sort of like the building of the character and that, shrinking them down to a shorter video, because I know they're about 4 hours long, and then maybe I do them as the odd bonus video here and there and put a bit of lore in on them, or the standalone video I do every so often where you've got the designs from the live stream with their own background information, taking some of what we've come up with in the chat and fleshing it out a bit more. Thinking it could be quite a fun spin and a nice way to take some of what we discuss and what you guys put as ideas, and we just chuck it together and have some fun. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. 1 for yes, 2 for no. While I figure out the background colour for this, I think I know what I kind of want to do for a Cybertronian effect, but I'm going to have to merge a few of these down. Right, they're both normal, so I can merge them down. Maybe make that a little bit more. I'll leave that as normal. Nice. It does mean more workload for me, but I will plan some out, and I will probably put a community poll to flesh that out a bit more, whether we do it as a normal video of like 4 live streams worth of stuff together or not. I know I've already tied the Shredder one into the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Venomized series, which is quite good. I did a really short story for him in the middle of the part 2 of that with Bebop and Rocksteady. It's better to see happiness lives. No, that's fine. I do enjoy the lives and we'll still be doing them. I'm just thinking for those that prefer to not watch live streams, to give a bit for everybody and just have a bit of stuff fleshed out. No need to apologise. I enjoy drawing and doing these bits for quite good fun. Have I ever thought about doing a video on Karen Ryder? Old school but pretty... Karen Ryder? That doesn't ring a bell for me, Galahound. I've got a feeling it should. Old school but pretty cool. I'll have to look that up. Well, thank you for joining, Red Knight. If you can drop back in later on, if you're free to do so, then feel free. But thanks for watching, and yeah, we'll catch you later. Right, I wanted to do a couple of things on this. First off, I want to figure out a Cybertronian style background. Do we need to sketch something out for this? I think we might need to do a bit of a pencil sketch. I got a feeling he should kind of be under the water a little bit, so we kind of want a... No, I feel maybe an underwater Cybertronian scene. Kind of like from the original Transformers movie, there was a scene where Cup and Hot Rod ended up being under the water, and it was quite cool. So maybe just these big section panels under the water for now, just to get an idea of something, and I can add bubbles into it and stuff in a minute, which could be pretty cool. I can obviously tidy this up in a minute. I just need to block some stuff out to get a rough idea. I guess I'm kind of cheating with this, just a little bit, but it might blur the background out in a little while. just a tiny bit. Hey, Koi Fish, welcome to the stream. Glad you can make it. Digimon and Skylanders, that is another one that's on the list. I'm sure you've suggested on a couple of videos because these are looking quite familiar. I confuse animal-like supervillains with monsters. Like the rhino with, yeah, a Tyrannid, Killer Croc with Godzilla, Toad with Rodin, Scorpion with a Gremlin, Sabretooth with Shin Godzilla. That would be insane to see that last one. A Man-Bat with a few others. Yeah, that could be quite a good theme. You have nothing but contempt for this call. Oh, we've got some awesome suggestions in the chat tonight. It's quite cool. Koi, how's it going? I haven't spoken to you much in the last couple of days. It's been a bit chaotic and manic on my end, but what about you? I kind of want to do my usual trick on this, and no, Koi, none whatsoever in the last couple of streams. Touch wood. Literally, again, well, that's fake wood, but yeah, touch wood on the desk. No, that's been absolutely perfect and brilliant since your technical help desk. So thank you very much for that. Completely appreciate it. I do owe you for helping sort that out. So I've got something figured out, and you can find that out when I get around to doing it, to say thanks for your kind of like your technical help and that. But that's all you get. That's the only hint you get. Just a thanks is coming your way. Nothing more, nothing less. I can't say too much about things I've got planned up ahead in terms of thanking people, because it's going to spoil something I really want to do. Hopefully this year, but it will be doing something quite cool soon. Digimon and Godzilla fusion. Ooh. That could be quite tempting too. Figure that out in a minute. I've got a feeling there's something else I want to try. How did I do that last time? Do I know about High School DxD? High School of the Dead, yes. In fact, their theme tune is in my playlist on my Spotify. And I watched the first series of that for the anime, and I think I've read most of the manga for it. But yeah, I do know about that. That's quite a good series. Koi Fish Gaming, just glad it worked. So am I, because that green screen was doing my head in completely. But we got there in the end, which is quite cool. Okay, so I want to add a little bit more detail onto some of these, and then we may end up doing something else on the stream. We may start something else, maybe another Pokemon character or something, or I don't know, it just depends where we get to on this by the time we finish. If any of you guys got any questions about the process, or what I'm doing, or just anything in general, feel free to ask. I know I kind of say it every stream, but for those who are new to the stream, it's always good to know that you're welcome to ask your questions. This entire scene's going to transform in a minute. It's going to look really weird now, and then when we're done, you're going to be like, how did you get to that from the background we had a minute ago? Turn the green screen of death into a demon as a tribute. You know, I am tempted to do that. I am tempted to do something with the green screen of death. The question is, will I jinx things and bring it back if I do something with it? Because it was working fine in the stream before, and then we mentioned it, and it just, yeah, it came out of nowhere. But thankfully, thanks to Koi, Koi's getting a lot of shout outs this stream. Thanks to Koi Fish Gaming, it kind of went away now that we sorted it. For those of you who like gaming videos and stuff, or I say videos, gaming streams and stuff like Cuphead or the odd Fall Guys, even Metroid, check out Koi Fish's channel at some point. He does awesome co-ops and has some absolutely amazing series on there, and a lot of fun Cuphead episodes as well. Minecraft Transformers. I have a question about my sanity. Just kidding. Minecraft, I'm a YouTube creator. I have no sanity whatsoever. It's that simple. No. Sometimes I do question my sanity when I'm writing my lore stories out. I think anybody that does a story on their channel and they kind of make the stories up has to have a very good imagination, but that might also lead to looking like we're absolutely insane. However, it is all good fun. We just have so much fun when we do stuff. A xenomorph with ripjaws and a vampire. Ooh. Yo, Justin, how's it going? Glad you can make the stream. How's your day been going? What else? Oh, I know what's going to do. There's some of these down to save some layer space, and I'm going to do something quite strange in a minute. This will make more sense in a minute to what I'm doing. No need to shout you out. Let me start that again. Quickfish Gaming says, man, no need to shout me out ever. I'm just glad it's working a bit better for you. I'm better at tech than I am at games. It's time to start another channel. Oh, you're going to give Viper a run for his money then, are you? That'll be quite interesting. Hey Stephen, how's it going? You'll be pleased to know at some point this week you will be seeing Soundwave versus Grimlock as part of the 2K special that's coming out. I haven't... depending on how it goes, it may be on Friday. But there will be something in the next couple of days, before next Monday anyway, where we will be doing that as the 2K special video. Because thankfully we passed 2,000 subscribers last Friday, or was it Saturday morning? One of the two. We passed the 2,000k mark, which is a nice little mini milestone I've had for the channel for a while. So onwards and upwards. Attending Benton Aliens in Subnautica. That would be quite cool, actually. Turning Benton Aliens into technology would be cool as well. Will I have a sequel to my video game characters' demons, and will it have Street Fighters and Mortal Kombat? Galahad 19. There will be more episodes on that, and there will be more demon stuff coming up on the channel this month, being October and Halloween. But yeah, there will definitely be a follow-up on that series. I'm just trying to pick out the right characters to do for part 2, and the right setting to do for Demonica talking about them, because she is our demon narrator. I've also got to introduce a steampunk narrator to the channel, because the last time I was talking to a load of people on last week's stream, I really like that idea of a steampunk style narrator, because I don't think we've got one in any of the universes between me and Popcross. So it would be something nice and different. Popcross, if you're watching, I claimed this idea first, thanks to... Who was it who did that last time? Someone new on the chat. I will have to dig it out and find out, but they came up with the idea and it went down really well, so we're definitely going to be doing that. Minecraft Transformers, you're going to start channel audit for your next channel? Yeah, we could do. We can channel audit subscribers' channels, and we can call it vidIQ. No. vidIR. We'll go one letter up, and we can just call it a name bit, and we can just do it. No. I'm not going to do audits for the next channel. I might do a nice redraw 1 month. Community redraw is where you guys submit something or submit your versions of my drawings or something, and I review them rather than actually redrawing them, which would be quite good. Koifish Gaming asks, have I watched Arcane at all? I've watched the entire first season of Arcane and it was amazing. So I'm looking forward to the next season when they bring that out. Yes, Koifish, I agree. The animation and the art style are absolutely insane, and ADC Art Attack actually replicated that art style in what's the material he used? I think it was a gouache. I can't pronounce it, but it's basically a form of paint, and someone's going to write it in the channel and correct me for phonetically how to say it, or rip it out of me. So, you know, be sure to capture this bit and just take the mick out of me on this one. But they basically replicated the Arcane style during Jinx, and it looks absolutely amazing. Check out ADC Art Attack's channel if you haven't already. Obviously after the stream, but he's got some amazing draw this in 10 different styles work and that, and he's done Jinx in a couple recently, which is really cool. Great. Also, I know I'm going to do a handful of demon rated videos, but to be honest, you want to see some horror crossover illustrations very soon, since we're in October after all. Stephen, do you have any suggestions for horror crossovers? Are you on about like the movies, like taking one movie character and another movie character and doing like a fusion, or are you on about doing a crossover where they meet each other, or a bit of both? It would be cool to see the steampunk narrative with Mara. I do like the suggestions you've been given, Benjamin, of the narrators either fused or meeting. The only small caveat to that is I can get them to meet in a fan fiction, but whether I can get them to meet in a collab is a completely different matter, just because it does rely on timescales and how things go. But definitely up for doing some more collab-y stuff with art channels or other channels. I have jumped onto Koifish. You're getting another shout out, but naturally in the talk here. I've jumped on the Koifish Gaming's channel before and done some co-op playing on Cuphead and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And in fact, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles one inspired me to add them to the Venomize universe and Venomize them, which was quite cool. And that seemed to go down really well. So we've now got who have we got Venomized? We've got Shredder, Bebop, Rocksteady. We've got the Rat King, who looks a bit like Popcross, but you know, with a symbiote over his face. We've got Splinter, and then we've got Leo, Donnie, Raph, and Mikey all Venomized with their own little story for it. So those are quite cool. Quite cool ones, but yeah, I've lost where I actually got on the trail on that one, but yeah, sorry. Yeah, I do want to do more for other channels and stuff and build that up, which would be quite cool. Justin's gone and found out it's gouache, but it should be gouache. This should be your pronunciation. Oh, gosh. I can't pronounce it, but you found what it was, so thank you. Everybody in the chat can read that. Stephen says both. Okay, I'll have a look to see if I can do that. I definitely am going to be doing a Fusion episode coming up this month, which is going to be quite good fun. Venomized Hellraiser in honour of the new series. There's a new series of Hellraiser coming out. I did not know that. That would be quite cool. I also think I need to do some more on this rather than talking about it so much. So let's add a couple of random bubbles into the mix. It's going to look a bit weird, but hopefully by the time I finish this, it's going to kind of tie in nicely to what's going to happen on the background. As much as I love talking to you guys, and I still will be chatting with the stream, I better do a bit of drawing, haven't I? That artistic kid could voice the steampunk narrator. Yeah, he might do. He has been saying he'd like to voice a couple of the ones on the channel. Narrowing him down long enough to get him to do it is slightly different. Cenobites are nightmare fuel. Wait, the voice of the steamboat narrator, are you serious? Galahound says, since you're introducing steampunk to your channel, does that mean you'll be doing a steampunk community redraw episode in the near future? Yes. But I'm not saying when. I'm going to have to get used to drawing steampunk because it's slightly different genre that I'm used to, so I need to do a bit of research on that to bring it in properly. But I will be looking to make a narrator and eventually do a redraw, and I haven't decided if they're going to be in their own universe or they're going to meet the other characters yet. However, it will be good fun to find out when we get to that stage. Trying to think, I want to put a bit of like an atmospheric effect. Had the brush I was looking for the whole time, which sounds about right really when you're doing stuff, but yeah. Oh no, he's painting it black, he's ruining the whole piece. Until he does something rather cool. Oops, that did not work that way. Let's just undo that a second. That's better. Give a bit of atmosphere to the piece to make it stand out. Kylo Juju. I hope I pronounced that right. Please correct me if I got it wrong. Here's an idea. You turn Pokemon into something, robots, mech, etc. But what if you do it reverse and turn stuff into Pokemon? That was almost the actual theme for the live stream. I couldn't decide which way around, so I basically flipped a coin. And it ended up being this way around. So in future, I will be swapping stuff the other way around. Was it confirmed that Cybertronians are waterproof? Yes, if you watch the Gen 1 movie, Transformers movie with Unicron, Hot Rod and Cup get put in this underwater liquidy type on this planet. They kind of go into this water area straight away, and Cup's damaged, but doesn't seem to affect them much other than needing to be repaired. So just put back together with a welding torch and off they went, which is quite good. Stephen says, like Scooby-Doo being chased by xenomorphs, the Predator as a Transformer, Jason killing Class 1A in a summer camp. I think if it's Class 1A, Jason might be the one in trouble on that one, but I do like the ideas. And even Punisher versus Manic Cop, for example. There are lots more. Definitely lots more of ideas. But that's a good list to get the idea of what you're after. Maybe have the steampunk narrator be in his or her own universe, and then have him or her meet Nexum, Demonica. Possibly. Nexum says narrator duties in the hands of a mere child, and then throws them. Oh, yes. Minecraft Transformers. The Quintessa. Quintessa. Why does that sound familiar? Is that the planet or the weird one that judges them with guilty all the time? I need another layer. Woo! Sorry, a bit excited there. I needed another layer, and it kind of came into fruition. It was absolutely fantastic for what I want to do. I have so many brushes, it's sometimes a bit tricky to find the one that you want, but it's nice to be able to do certain, well, just make it a bit easier to do some backgrounds. Have I reached my limit? Yeah. But we won't let that stop us from doing what we're doing. I have to say, underwater scenes are sometimes... my Wiltshire accent's come through there. Underwater scenes are... Now I can't talk. Underwater scenes are sometimes the hardest to come up with because of the caustics or the lighting effect on it, which make it a bit difficult to do. So doing these lights and some of these rays will come out really well in the end, but getting there is a little bit tricky. Ah, the planet. Cool, thanks Minecraft Transformers. Your last message was a Ben 10 reference. Ah, I recognise it then. Was that a reference from Azimuth, the inventor of the Omnitrix, when he first found out Ben was the wielder? Correct me if my memory's wrong. It's been a while since I've watched Ben 10, but yeah. You know the Cybertronian from Transformers The Last Night? Quintus' son and other people. Yep. Not to mention the second movie, Revenge of the Fallen, they go to the deepest part of the abyss to retrieve Megatron. That is true. They had to get down there somewhere. Go for Dude. I'm glad you're here. I've just spotted your message. Welcome. Glad you can make the stream. We're partway through doing the actual background. We've spent 40 minutes pretty much developing the background and a bit of chatting, and we're just working on the rest of the bits. But yeah, glad you can make it. Right, let's get on with this a bit more, and we might be able to do a start illustration or do something random afterwards in a minute. I do want to add another light caustic coming in, so I merge that down. Oh, I like how that worked. Where's my cloud brushes? I really should just stick all of the brushes I use in one folder on here. That would be quite cool. Go for Dude, he was here, then he disappeared. I don't know if he's back or not, but yeah. Omega Prime, catch you later. Thank you for joining, and hopefully you'll see you in the next stream. I think I want it to be coming this way down on him, and then we can just go. Oh, I like that. That looks cool. Right. So, ah yes, they're all overlay layers, aren't they? I can merge them down and up. Uh-oh. Go back one. Yes, I'll leave it like that with those two set. Hang on. First one can merge down, second one can't just yet, just to be on the safe side. Need to add a little bit of texture to some of this, just to give it a bit of bit more of a kind of a nice feel. Heavy metal maybe? Probably not that big a heavy metal, but I kind of want to download and stick in my Reaper Supreme character or something in the background of this for my Subnauticus Transformers, but I'm not sure that's going to be quite so good. Benjamin, that artistic kid probably refers to TKAK, which is that kind of artistic kid who was in the chat earlier on, very earlier on the channel. There's kind of a running thing, he's going to be sacrificed to go for Dude's cat Loki at some point. Possibly. Something else to... Koifish Gaming says, something else to consider when making objects with red colour underwater. Red wavelengths are absorbed much faster than other wavelengths, and as such red gets drowned off. That's why... drowned out is why underwater appears. Ah. Okay, that is something to consider. So you get more blues and greens from it. So even on this place with the purple bit, it's still going to look a bit thingy and green. That'd be quite cool. Sorry, I've just had something come through. I just have to sort quickly, but that's quite an interesting thing, Koifish. I didn't really think about that. But yeah, no, that's quite a cool one. I apologise for this. That's a point. Yeah. Sorry. Just sorting out stuff to do with the electric at the moment. The meter's taking it off way too quick for what it should be, for what's on there. So I'm kind of sorting bits and bobs out as we go along. But that should be enough of that for now. Go for Dude says, do I like your submission for this month? I do. I have one question. Is the mask bit an actual mouth or a design on it, just so I know? Zenith says, all your narrators battle each other in a free-for-all and a round-robin style tournament. Do they have two different results? They have whatever counts as standard gear. Ooh. I think Nexum wins, or Ehrenfold. The only reason for that is I don't think the gear would matter too much, because we would probably find out that, lo and behold, it'll be something really daft like Nexum just portals to another dimension or kicks them into another dimension to win. So there might have to be some rules. And Gopher's buying pizza for anybody who doesn't save him. Yeah, Gopher Dude, how many people have you got on Vote Loki at the moment? Because your pizza bill's going to put Domino's sorted for the next 50 years. Are the Dinobots still considered Cybertronians? I think any Transformer's really a Cybertron. Well, are they? Because they come from... It depends where they originate from, but most of them would be Cybertronians. Stephen wants to see My Hero Academia characters as zombies. That has been suggested a few times. That's quite cool. I can't remember if you've suggested it, but yeah. So, Koi, you're saying basically that underwater we're kind of going to get something like I'm going out on a limb on this guy, so if this doesn't work or doesn't look quite right, I'm reserving the artistic right to change it back because it's how we go. Go for dude. A design on the mask. Awesome. That's really good to know. Maybe colour's not the right one. Oh, that looks a bit better. What about that for like the effect over the character? I'll probably make the character stand out a little bit more in a minute, just to give a bit of contrast. Read the story and I'll know. I did read the story, I just wanted to double check I was understanding it right. Koi-fish says bingo, so I think I've got the lighting kind of right. I'll just maybe fade that out a little bit around the character and bring his colours out a bit just for the illustration to pop out, but that's kind of giving it a bit more of a underwatery feel, and it's kind of coming to life a bit more, which is quite cool. Leading light seems to be the best. It does, Justin. It works really well. It's the key thing about this is just experimenting, finding out what actually happens. So it's kind of like finding the key bits and then just making bits of the bits of it work. But what I want to do, oh, I think my iPad's crashed. Nope, it was just taking a while to duplicate that layer. I don't actually want that layer visible just yet. I just want it in case I mess this up. Just think that some of these elements might just need to pick up, not a lot, just a bit of colour around the top half, just where it's a bit, one where I want you to focus, so I'll bring that back into play, but also it is kind of under the water, so you kind of want it, he's not too far down because of the reflection at the top, so it could be quite interesting. Justin says that Dempsey characters make movie reviews. Are you on about my narrators reviewing movies? Because that could be an interesting spin for a for something to do. I'm not sure how I can fit that in completely with the channel, but it could be interesting. That being said, I am looking to work on a channel mascot of some form. I know Popcross's the gopher that's got a ray gun comes out and it was brilliant. It has been suggested, because I'm British, I get a corgi as the mascot on the channel, but doing some random stuff. Not sure what story I'm going to go with yet, but I will find something. Sorry. My throat's a bit dry. I unfortunately had a bit of a cold over the weekend, so plenty of water, plenty of fluids, and plenty of live streaming. It looks like it's underwater now. Cool. So I think the only other thing to do, possibly, do we do that or not? Or do we reckon this is done, or do we need to do something else? Because this is kind of looking quite cool. I think maybe some bubbles on the top layer here. It's got to be an overlay layer, so I can unlock and delete that now. Add a layer. I just feel either some bubbles or some sparkle bits just need to be not overly used, but just enough to give a kind of give a bit of a impression that he's It's a good trick that if you haven't got bubbles, you use like a starry sparkle effect, because it kind of gives a. It can end up giving the feel of. Sorry, end up giving the feel of kind of like a underwater bubbled bit from where you might get it. Just don't cover everything. Just do a few bits here and there. Kind of gives a bit of a feel that he's under the water. Nexon reviews Lightyear. Only Loki or Simba as a mascot? Well, that's for the Discord, isn't it? Have Mara fight Demonica, Erenfold fight Turum, or Fazilia, Dino Dinoclaw fight Champagne McGregor. Yeah, Dino's going to be outnumbered though. He'll fight Champagne, and Champagne's got the laser arm from Benny. He's kind of not got a hope. That fancy mech arm that he's got. But yeah, no, that's interesting. I would like to get the characters to meet properly. Maybe, if I am lucky at some point in the future, I'll voice this out here now. I would love to do what people have suggested, where we take maybe an episode that starts on Pop Crosses and comes over to mine, or we've got a bit of a mixture of both together when the channel grows large enough, obviously. I am more than over the moon that he's does shout out. He's given my channel a bit of recognition, and he's given some helpful advice and tips, basically. It was all for me doing the community redraws, because I didn't want to copy him as such, put it out there, and he went, yeah, go and do it. So it's got his backing. I've gone and done it. I know it's not just his thing, but it's quite cool. So I do want to do something where the narrators meet again in future, but it's finding the right way to do that on the channels that works in the best way. The key thing with a collab is obviously you want it to benefit both channels, not to hinder one, if that makes sense. It's just really good that we've got similar content. Go for Dude says, and there's 7 folk Loki people, not counting me and you. Are you talking to me there? Because I'm not voting for any of them. I've got to be non-biased, remember. I can't vote for Loki and I can't vote for Simba. Champagne McGregor would fight with Nexum. And then Benny would get jealous, and that would start Nexum off on his entire motif of he's the best mech armor person. And then we'll have a whole host of problems. I think we could probably call this one done for the Feraligatr. It should be quite good. I want to just export the video while we're here and save the JPEG of it, just so we've got it. And then I think, looking at the time, we could probably start something else or do something extra. Maybe we could draw an actual Pokemon as it should be or something, or start a Pokemon, or start something that works out to be rather useful, which would be quite cool. Cool. I just realised, have I got my... I haven't even put that on focus or anything mode. There we go. Just to make sure we don't get any notifications interrupting or anything. Draw a narrator. Pokemon Steamers. Right. So let me think. What can I do? Right. We need a new file. Should be quite good. And drawing a narrator, I'm going to save that for a proper stream where we do it from the start and we've got the whole bit rather than starting and stopping. Maybe we could flesh out some ideas for a narrator. Should we do... Draw koi fish. What, an actual koi fish, or koi fish as in koi fish who we all know and watch? Draw a gopher dragon. Possibly. A sibling to Raina. Would she have a sibling? That's the point, Gopher do. Would any of the demons under Loki have siblings, or would he keep it where it's only one in the family to sort any issues? What do you reckon? Just so that we can try and figure it out. Because that'd be quite cool. He'd probably be aware of them, but doesn't acknowledge them. Maybe. Idea of sketching ideas for the look of a narrator, although, to be fair, Demonica is a demon, so maybe easy. It varies. If I'm doing a proper one, I'll probably get a reference for a pose up for the character. But maybe it's Halloween. Maybe I should just draw something spooky and creepy. Or, I tell you what. Since it's Feraligatr, how about we take Feraligatr and I draw it, but maybe I do a headshot and flesh it out a bit more or something, or try something slightly different with it. What do people think of that? Does that sound pretty cool? Because I can potentially I can potentially increase the size of Feraligatr here for the reference. Possibly. If people want. I can also make him hide. Hi. Horror Feraligatr. In the Tim Burton art style. Ooh. That will be difficult. I'll tell you what. I'll do a horror version of Feraligatr. And then we can take it from there. And you guys can see the process. I'll open up a reference on the window over here. Oh, the music stopped. That's probably stopped for a while. I did not realise that. Anybody who's after the music, I do apologise. A Feraligatr dressed up for Halloween. Yeah, could do. Let me just load up a few more references of the Feraligatr character so I can make sure I've got it quite good. I know that pose is quite good, but if I can get a couple of poses, it can be quite interesting. Try and figure out the best one to do. I quite like that. Right, I'll tell you what. We're going to do Feraligatr, and then I will basically do a rough sketch of Feraligatr, and then we'll decide what we're doing over the top in a bit. You're kind of going to see in real time how quick something can be fleshed out sketch-wise, so you've got a reference to give you an idea. Kind of reminds me a bit of a dinosaur, this. Face looks too thin. The one thing I do like about digital drawings, if you've got something that kind of looks right, you can just move it along a little bit. Whoa. Lots of suggestions. Tim Burton art style, fused with a xenomorph, dress it up for Halloween. After the drawing, just quick sketch of Loki. If we've got time, if not, then I will do it in another live stream. Just make sure to remind me, go for dude. Do I think Nexon would like Vegemite? Probably not. I don't know. I think he'd probably say, yeah, it's fine, and then he'll find out what it is, and he'll be like, he'll just change his mind partway through. You know what I haven't done for a while? I know what I'm going to do for Feraligatr. I've not done this on the channel for absolutely ages, and I think it will just... It's got to be done. So, I'm going to take a drink. And then we're going to... Oh, I know a normal Fat Cat Loki go for dude, but I kind of need the reference picture and to make it look right. Acid ice spitting flying Feraligatr, in my opinion, would be cool. That'd be quite cool, but this is something I haven't done on the channel in absolutely ages for my earlier videos, and I'm possibly going to bring back at some point, so this will be quite cool if it works. One of the things my channel's kind of known for doing with characters, you can guess if you want to, but it's yeah, Justin, Vegemite is basically the Australian version of Marmite, which we have in Britain, which is you love it or you hate it. Koi fish is getting in there already. I don't think I've tried Vegemite, but I have tried Marmite, and it is gross. Oh, go for dude. I know there are absolutely billions of pictures of Loki on the Discord. In fact, I think there's almost a dedicated third of the Discord to Loki from channels and pictures. I am changing this pose a little bit from what I'm seeing. I just want to get the key aspects of put alligator down, and then I'm going to have a bit of fun with the character. I'm going to film that's probably a bit after this. I feel he looks like a cartoon dinosaur more than an alligator, but we'll see how it turns out in the end. It shouldn't turn out too badly. I may twig a couple proportions after I've kind of finished drawing them. And that leg's way too big. I said the arm's too big, maybe it's the perspective angle. Oh, that'll be fine. This may make sense in a bit, but we're probably going to have a... it may not take a long time to draw this and to finish this one. Although the next step, you guys will be able to guess exactly what I'm going for with this one. I haven't done this with Pokemon in a while on the channel, and I thought maybe it could be quite fun to... perhaps do this. I need to move that tail down actually, that doesn't look quite... I feel this kind of looks better than the Transformer already, but you know, we'll go with this and we'll see what happens, because this is going to be quite a fun one. Right, so I do need to shrink that down slightly. I'll tell you what, I want to see if people can guess what I'm going to do from this one little thing. If people are still here, if everyone's left already when I started drawing this, this is going to be pretty pretty insane what I've said. I want people to guess. Nothing in the chat. In the meantime, Justin says, have I ever had the feeling where you have so many ideas for someone else, but when it comes to your own project, you have nothing? Justin, I have that all the time. I can sit there and I can design logos, websites and that for people, not a problem. I come to my own and I'm like, I don't know where to start. Tons of ideas now. It's not Tim Burton. I guess I'll just have to flesh this out, but people should get. I'll tell you what. This will give it away. If people can't guess it from this one key feature, I'll just have to keep drawing. But it's definitely something I have not done on the channel in a while. Which will be quite interesting to see how this comes out. Yeah, guys, you've got it right. I'm venomizing it. It's one of the first series I kind of did on the channel, was venomizing legendary Pokemon. I know it's not legendary Pokemon, but I thought it'd be quite cool to just, yeah, put a symbiote on him. Question is, which one would it be? More of the Venom Black symbiote, or would it be more Carnage symbiote because of the red on the Feraligatr? Oh, in terms of the symbiote name, I don't know. We could figure something out. I'm not sure about the colours of the symbiote just yet, but that'll happen kind of as we just develop the picture. Ironically, I don't actually plan too far ahead on the colours with symbiotes. Blue symbiotes, you've got, I think, Venom is one of them. I don't know about any other blue ones really, but see what we can do with this one. I feel the symbiote will give it more of a mohawky style. Mayhem's blue. Maybe we can add Mayhem. I'll do a search in a minute to see the colours. That would take you 10 years to make. The symbiote bits are really easy, to be honest. It's just gotta figure out what we're gonna do for the rest of the bits. Pointy toes. Alright, what have we got here? Imagine if we got Venom free. That'd be awesome, actually. What if we made the people's villa the normal? Possibly. Marvel has two characters named Mayhem, by the way. They do, but I'll probably search for symbiote afterwards. You'll show me how I draw one day. That'd be quite cool, Koi. Am I going to give it colour and shading and a background? Background, not so sure on. Colour and shading definitely depends on time. When is a cloak dagger character in the other its actual Venom symbiote? Okay, fair enough. Cartoonish as hell. Fair dues. Justin says, imagine if I challenge the Pokemon League with Dempsey's Venomized Pokemon. Other than any of the sound Pokemon, like say Exploud or Xloud, then you should be fine winning with those. I could fuse SCPs. Oh, I could fuse a few SCPs with stuff. That'd be quite cool. Speedrun it. Oh, I got to speedrun this if I now go for do. In that case, tidy a few of these lines up. Right, go for dude. Are you ready for this? Bearing in mind, I don't normally draw this fast. I know the centre of his eyes a slightly different colour, but I just want to block that out for now. I apologise for not talking much, but I got asked to speed run this, so I'm just concentrating on inking it a second. Quite cool music while I'm doing this though. should have actually took a note of the time for how long I've actually done this inking stage here. Anybody know roughly how long this has taken? I've probably missed a few things, but in terms of speed running it, go for dude. I just sped run the inking of it. Venomizing Naruto series win. I have had some Venomizing Naruto characters I might have to redraw because they were pretty terrible. I have been inspired by Popcross's recent one of redrawing old artwork. I thought that was actually quite a cool idea, and I'm now thinking, maybe I should do that. Right, Feraligatr is a blue colour, it's more pale bluish colour like that. He's too fast to handle. That was pretty fast, yeah. The next redraw twist. Go for dude. No. I'm not going to give any hints on that one because that's going to be a surprise. I mean, obviously we're in the month of Halloween, but I'm not telling you if I'm going to Halloweenify them or do the complete opposite to Halloween. Maybe I'll make them into cute and fluffy Pokemon. Oh, that'd be interesting, Zenith. Which one would win? It might be a standoff. The forward-most back spike, please. You on about this one here, go for dude? It depends on the submissions. I will do an equal amount of the drawings if I have equal submissions. If I've got more heroes and villains, then there will be 2 selected of the one that's got the least, and then 3 other ones. The forward back most spike. That made no sense to me, go for dude. So, let me add the colours and then we can see if the actual spike still exists or makes sense. This is perhaps the hardest bit to do, actually. The back. Oh! You mean this bit? I think you meant that bit. Yeah. I would have spotted it at some point, Gopher did. I guess the next question is going to be, is there anything you guys don't want to see on the channel over Halloween? We'll do a reverse way around of doing it. I know what people do want to see on Halloween, usually spooky stuff, but is there anything on the spooky side that people don't want to see? Assuming people can hear me over the music, or we've still got people. This bit's always the most time consuming part, and this is basically just the taking the design of the character and getting all the key aspects for the colours in. A Vegemite monster. Justin, is that me suggesting a Pokemon or the chat suggesting a Pokemon? Because that'll give you some completely different ideas, or it might confuse you even more. A Pokemon. I'll tell you what, since we're doing a water type, let's do a fire type. Let's go with the classic Charizard. If you want to do it for the Megas, you could do Charizard X, the black one with the blue flames. Although I don't know what you're drawing with it, so that could have been useful, that could have been absolutely unhelpful. I've got absolutely no idea. Go for dude, you can't go wrong with a classic. This should be interesting. Also, the music has finally stopped. Creepy music while venomizing something. Kind of worked out there. That's the basics down. Just loading a minute. You're also making a drawing that you're doing your new Discord logo for Halloween. That's cool. I do need to come up with some form of proper logo-y type stuff on that, but we shall see how it goes. How many have we got? How many likes to how many views do we have on the channel? Or how many watches to how many likes? Just out of curiosity. Just out of curiosity. Helps if I can pronounce my words. And you're in it to 16 likes and 5 watching. Fair enough. Gopher Dude's back and he's alive. Did Loki try and eat you again, Gopher Dude? Blaring the Zapdos would be crazy. That would be an interesting concept, Koi. Not even gotten halfway through the actual starting process of this. Getting there though. This one should start coming to life soon. Always seems weird doing these steps, but they seem to work for the style. Is everything good your end, you guys? I know the music's kind of like lagging a little bit, but is everything else good? I will have a look at the chat in a second, guys. I'm just setting up the main bit to bring this beast to life. Loki disconnected your internet. That's okay, King Corn. Hopefully you ate something quite nice, and yeah, welcome back. I'm glad you like it as well. Yeah, I think that's just my connection in and out for the internet on this when it's loading the songs, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. Looks like I'm almost done with the drawing. When I am, you suggest I finish drawing this. You draw the subscriber's profile pic of spooky monsters. Didn't know we were doing that, Gopher Dude. Baby's a supervillain's quite a cool idea. Turning Mega Evolutions cute. Feraligatr sure is happy for being biologically fused with a monster of sacred darkness. Yeah, he might just be hungry. Could happen. But let's check him on the right layer. Got that. So let's start. Bring this to life. Oh. It's all good me doing that. But I may also check that I'm actually on the freehand select and not automatic select on everything. Also, if we're allowed music today, we will listen to it. We may not be allowed music. Thanks, Koi. And it looks like I've got a mutiny on stream. which is always fun to have. But yeah, that might be another day, Gopher Dude. Unfortunately, I do have a 9 to 5 job to get to tomorrow, so I cannot spend all evening drawing art as much as I like. But I may book a day off soon and do a, I don't know, maybe stream for a day or something and see what happens. Taking suggestions from you guys and see what happens when I do that. That sounds kind of cool. Oh, I have an idea. So you know how Dempsey has other drawing events on his Discord? You should do that this month, and the thing should be having a subscriber draw their own profile pic as a monster. That could be quite cool. I think mods can set up events, so if you guys want to set that up as an event on the Discord for the month, then that's cool. Wondering how much is actually getting shot to do, but I think I'll leave it there and sort this bit. Well, the music started sounding cool for this, but it seems to be taking a little bit to load. Maybe I should see if I can kill a few other things. Salif, that's quite cool. This is possibly the longest you've consistently watched a stream actually live on a side note. And you mean streams in general rather than just mine. That's quite cool. I've watched some super long streams before. I've taken part in some long streams before as well. But yeah, no, that's quite cool. Well, thank you for sticking around. think this is the hardest part, sorting out where the these main highlights go. Not so much on the Feraligatr itself, but on the symbiote, just to give it that kind of goopy feel. That's actually not a bad idea, Koi. I was looking into doing some form of randomizer for fusions on a live stream. That could quite possibly be quite useful. I don't know if that was aimed at me, but I'm probably going to pinch that idea. So whoever it was aimed at, cheers. Go for dude, you watched a 10-hour long stream. That's insane. Well, that was the most strange sounding advert. It was saying content, but it sounded like something else. So hopefully YouTube don't penalise me, because that's not my fault. That's the ads. Trying to figure out where the lighting's going to be hitting well, some of these shapes, because they're not always going to be picking up the exact same lighting, just for the larger areas. Gilford says, Dempsey, can I make a channel category just for this month called Little Spooktober Profile Pit Monster? Yeah, sure. Make a little category for it, whack it in as an event on the channel, make sure the rules are clear, and yeah. Make sure you also put it's got to be suitable for multiple age groups, so it can't be anything that's wrong. Basically, if it's not suitable for work, it's not suitable to go on the chat on the Discord, and that's part of our rules on there. We want to keep it friendly to as many people as possible, but it'll be up to you to police that. Go for dude. Our Discord's pretty cool actually. We've got a decent group of guys on there, or guys and gals on there, and yeah, it is good fun. I'm often about on there at the moment while Discord is quite small. Jump on there, say hi. I often say welcome if I'm on there and anybody's there. No problem, Coy. Thanks for joining and staying around this long. And yeah, I'll catch up with you probably, well, looking at the time now, probably tomorrow. Well, for me, probably tomorrow. So I'll catch up with you later, Coy. But appreciate you sticking around and catching the stream. How do you make an event? There should be an event channel in there which you go and create it in that itself. I've never actually made one. I suppose the other question is, are you on any other Discord like server, like Pop Crosses or anything? You might be able to ask one of the mods there how to do it. Just realised I haven't actually finished his tongue. That sounded so weird. I haven't actually finished his tongue. Add some more details on this. There won't be details everywhere, but there's going to be some bits where I want to render it out a bit more, kind of flesh out the image just a little bit more to add a bit more feel to the section. I kind of like how this is coming out, sort of like turning out. I haven't really, I know I've venomized recently, but I haven't venomized any Pokemon for a while, so it's quite good. Wow, is that not actually, sorry guys, I'm disconnecting it and connecting it just to check it's actually charging. It's down to 10%. Now it's on 100%. You guys saw that, right? I'm not kidding. The charge went from like down from thing to 100% just then. I did not just make that up, did I? I'm just double checking because it's getting late and it's yeah, I didn't expect it to be doing that. Be sure to let me know if you guys saw that too. That suddenly jump up to 100% when I replug the cable back in. But I find that's the moment YouTube wants to create a thumbnail for, where it's like a black screen where I've pulled it out. Yes, and if Ultra Instinct charge, it was like just Ultra Charge. Probably Ultra Ego Charge. Is it have a bit of power? Done. I think I will need to do some more Pokemon Venomized episodes or something on the channel at some point. Or Pokemon as Transformers. We kind of already have Pokemon as demons because they, some of them are actually closer to demons in design than anything else, but that's not a problem. King Corn asks, how do you feel that your kid is being sacrificed on October the 31st at 3 AM to the fat blind cat, aka Loki? I feel fine about it. Just because I've got a feeling that it's going to backfire and maybe Gopher Dude's going to get sacrificed instead. Sorry Gopher Dude, but be sure to buy the pizzas and get them delivered first. So Go for Dude's like, wait, what? Since when? And no. Dempsey, for the person who wins the Spook Profile picture, can I make a role called like monthly channel winner or something? Right, I'll answer both of yours, Go for Dude, because you also said, wait, I have to buy pizza. Go for Dude, you're sacrificing that kind of artistic kid. You said you buy everyone pizza who went with the vote to sacrifice him. The other one is we just say they will get a custom role assigned to them. Role name assigned to them, and we can sort that out later, so that way you can still do the event bit and we can figure out the fine details of it. That's probably the best way to go forwards for that, Go for Dude. But basically, as a mod, if you're creating an event, you can create a custom role for it as the prize, and you set the rules out and that. And yeah, I don't mind if it's like drawing their profile pics as monsters or drawing stuff as monsters, whatever it is. Just make sure the rules are clear and it's been outlined correctly. I think I'm almost done on that. I think we've kind of got two pictures out of the way this stream. I do have to tidy the edges up. You can see the little bluish lines and that around it. That's kind of the only downside to Procreate, is that sometimes you get these extra line bits. They're not a huge downside, they're just a bit downside. They're just a bit of extra work that you've got to do for tidying up on the image. So you wouldn't have seen it on the last image, because after we finished the stream and we had the white background, I went through and I took out the entire kind of like the bits that are blocky and bitty before the stream. Who ordered bean pizza? Yes, Zenith would probably make it beans. If they're already monsters, Justin, I think just redraw them in a style, in your style, such your artwork submitted will probably count. Because I think a lot of people may have avatars that are drawn by other people, or they've seen the image and they like it and they want that on theirs. But that's a very good question, Justin. So you might have to double check what happens. Oh, speaking of beans, so I went to Greg's at the weekend and I asked for a steak bake. Got all the way back, thought, yeah, I'll have that in a bit. Waited a little while, bit into it. No, it was not a steak bake. It was a bean bake. I have no idea why they gave me that one. Someone must have laid it out wrong, but I do not like beans. That was a moment I just like, oh. My other half, however, laughed her head off. As you do when someone you know suffers. Which is quite interesting. Oh, my phone's alerting me to about 50 million notifications from earlier, now that it's starting to come through. I think we're nearly done with this image. I think this will be the last image that we do tonight. It's getting close to, I think, 1 AM here, and I will need some rest. Although I do appreciate everyone joining the stream. I'm not going just yet, by the way, guys. I just want to say my thanks to everybody for joining the stream and sticking around. I definitely need to do more, maybe Pokemon or Venomizing some. I might do a fusion. I might fuse a Ben 10 alien and a Pokemon in a live stream at some point. That could be a pretty cool one. Yes, he has spread into the real world and he caused me nothing but hassle over the weekend. Thank you, Zenith. So what's happening with PFP during? How, when and why? I keep forgetting stuff. PFP, can you remind me what PFP stands for in this context? I know loads of acronyms and yeah, just would be helpful to clarify, if that's cool, please. I mean, that might not have been aimed at me and I might not have any clue what's going on that. So Kinghorn, I will apologise if that wasn't to me and I've just asked a question that makes no sense. Oh, profile picture. Right, okay. Thank you for clarifying that. I am now showing my age where I do not know what PFP stood for. Oh my god, I feel so ashamed of myself. That's probably another moment worth clipping or taking and basically taking the mickey out of me later on at some point. Alright, I think maybe we can do one small set of adjustments, then it's done. I say it's done, it's not actually done. It'll be done when I sort the extra bits out, but I will get rid of those bits tomorrow and post the final picture on the Discord and the community tab. That sounds good, Gopher Dude. If you do a deadline day a little bit before and then can announce it on the day, that would probably work out really well. I like Blaze, and then we'll do a Gaussian blur on that. And then we'll do something really random. And we should, in theory, confuse everybody. So we do a cool effect like that. Yeah, King Corn, Gopher seems to be in the know about a lot of things. Oh, are you on about my profile picture drawing for my channel and stuff? Because if that's the case, then I haven't done that. I need to design something for that or to sort that out. I think that'll do for our picture. So we've got a Venomized version as well. which is kind of cool. And I think that's done. I don't think there's much more to do on that, potentially. Oh wait, hang on. Yeah, there's one more thing to do if I've got enough layers. Cool. I do, so I need to do the... There we go, that's better. Yeah, so I think that's the drawing section done. We've got a venomized Feraligatr, a transformer Feraligatr, so we've got a few of them. Is there a mod role on Discord? Yes, it's called Little J's. So on Discord, they're called Little J's. Basically Little Johns. I haven't thought of better names for stuff on the server yet, but those are the moderators, and they should show up as purple, I think, in colour. Those are the guys that are trusted. That kind of artistic kid is one of them. Go for Dude's one of them, and I think Minecraft Transformers, you're another one if you're still here. So yeah, I think that's at least those three I know of. Koi might be, I'm not sure. But yeah, but I'll add moderators as they earn stuff and go along. I'm looking to do more stuff on the Discord, and then promote that a bit more so that we can kind of build up the moderators on there, but build up the community more, because you guys have loads of amazing ideas in the writing it, or your art, or where you're coming up with ideas for the collab and that. So it'd be quite cool to see that grow. But I think that's going to be the illustration stuff done for tonight. So that's at least the drawings done, which would be quite cool. It's a devil for my avatar. Don't show. Fair enough. Have we got any more questions or anything before we call that a night? But if anybody wants to go on the Discord that hasn't already, there is a link on the channel banner of the YouTube channel, but it's also linked in the description on most of the videos, and that link should be active to find the Discord and join it. I think quite a few people, or most people here, are already on there from whoever's left. Should we get a final count? How many have we got watching and how many likes on the video? See if we've got more likes than watchers. Hopefully we have. Or more watchers than likes would be even quite cool. He made the channel, so get drawing. Fair enough, go for Dude. If everybody starts doing that, that'd be quite cool. Yep, King Corn, I'll catch you later. Thanks for joining the stream again. And I guess we'll call that a night. So thank you everybody. Check out the Discord. Check out the community redraw. I'll post the theme in the community tab in the next couple of hours. Oh, Zenith says, an idea just came to mind about the possible Pop and Me collab. What if your art was exclusively in Pop's video, or Pop's was only in yours? I have thought that would be rather fun to do. Maybe I do the drawing, he does the lore, or something, and it's swapped over a bit. That would be awesome, but I'd like to see how that goes, because if it's me drawing, that video may tank compared to his one. That might go mental on mine. But that is quite a cool idea. 6 watchers, 17 likes. Nice. And Justin's done with the Charizard X. Awesome. So we're both done with our Pokemon at about the same time. That's really cool. Well, thanks guys, and I will catch you all in the next stream. But the next video will be out on Friday, and we do have our 2K special coming out this week, so be sure to check that out. Oh, 2 seconds. How about you do a video where me and Popcross do sketching and you finish the art and vice versa? That'd be quite cool. I know he's done a collab before where they've drawn the same Pokemon, taken the same 2 Pokemon, fused them together and drawn their own versions. So that might also be a nice idea. But yeah, make sure you whack a load of these ideas or the collab stuff in the comments below so we don't lose them. And I will say see you all later, and yeah, stay safe everybody, and I'll catch you in the next stream. What Gover do?